Hello, internet friends. My name is Bay. Welcome back to Alan Wake 2, But I'm Bad, the DLC finale. This is current me recording this, but I think this one will just be everything we have left. So we're gonna keep going. This one might be a little longer. Who knows? Might be a little shorter. Also don't know. But if this video was like 2 hours long, you know why. Yeah, someone spread the sticky notes, man. Because they didn't write just words and numbers on them, they wrote art on them. ATD progress review. Dark, trees, pond, shade, dim, crow, dark, woods, shade, drab, scream, breathing, lake, blood. Grade, comprehensibility F, style F, tone D, content D. Tone and content get... I guess the tone is weird and the content is, sure. Too much overlap between tone and style merge. Word choice good, but incomprehensive. Okay, this is them improving their algorithm. Sure. Lot 271... This is page 4, but lot 93. Wow, this is now 271, page 59. Dark, scream to the darkness. A dark reminder of the dark's inner darkness, a well of darkness, a vortex like black paint. Darker and darker and darker. A darker than black's pretty good anime. Just made me think of it. So dark the darkness could hardly see. A dark figure emerged from the darkness, facing the darkness with dark intent. Where's the magic missile at? To cast at the darkness. A dark knife glinted in the dark darkly. Dark like the dark eye of a dark raven, dark feathers rustling in the dark night sky. No moon. Oh, good. Overanalyzing Avatar will be okay with that. The moon had been eaten by the dark. The dark drank it, and the sun. A dark moon rose over the dark sun that had set into the darkest darkness. The darkness darkened darkly, darkening the dark until it dimly darkened even the darkest dark. This was months apart, by the way. This is 4 months to get to this. Grade, comprehensibility D, style C, tone and content A. You think this is how Sam Lake actually writes? And then he has editors come in and figure out what the hell he wrote? And we got 6 more months. Structural improvement repetition issue was solved with sufficient rounds of refinement. Refinement plus time equals progress. So now we have lot 311, page 10, but it's like 6 months later. The rot snail beamed. A wooden grain bent from the owl, egg male. 4 forms in the glass eye and melt. A cracked page booked through from down in bark. I grow and longer with the lower dark sea. No one found egg male heaven. Oh, right now, hold on. Before I'm reading more, if one of these all of a sudden says like orange peel or some shit, and this whole thing connects back to the FBC creating the hiss or something, I'm gonna lose my shit. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it might happen. Just getting out ahead of it. Pour during out, he chin, when all scream in blue and axe vermilion. A day is a round, flat across evening. No, the world is flat. What are you talking about? The water murmurs in light bulb trees round the cat. The night glares in all streets. The coffee deers run. Don't drink the coffee. You become coffee. Fear drinks locks by windy cottages and black fires in the same mirrors. A mist heavies in panic mountain. These all got F. Style and tone prioritize over comprehensibility. Negative progress. Y'all read number 2 again. Number 3 was a complete mess. Making progress again. Individual elements strong. This is 3 months later, lot 405, page 19. The dark woods rattled darkly. Flashlight peered into the deep darkness, and the dark shivered. Flashlight scowled. A woodsman came with an axe. A woodsman's teeth screamed. What? His teeth screamed? What? Flashlight screamed too and was cut in half. Blood mixed with the darkness, a dark blend. Now hold on. Coffee reference or paint reference? I see you, game. Pistol looked at Flashlight in shock. There was nowhere to run, he realized, but he ran away. He ran into the deep dark of the woods. The woodsman rattled behind them, bouncing through the trees. Pistol knew it and had nowhere to run. Pistol drew his pistol and turned to face his death. Pistol drew his pistol. The woodsman emerged and Pistol opened fire. Pistol's pistol flashed in the dark night. Once, twice, thrice. The woodsman fell with a clatter. Pistol breathed. This is also a reference to Alan Wake 1. Because you do be shooting random lumberjacks with your pistol, even though it's a revolver. Pistol breathed in and out, in and out. Pistol looked at each tree, in and out. He was safe. You were looking at trees to find yellow paint. Pistol grabbed the woodsman's axe and plunged it into his pistol to charge it. He went to check on Flashlight. Pistol checked each half of Flashlight. She was dead, and he knew it. Pistol screamed at the trees screamed back. Comprehensibility B, style C, tone B, content C. Individual elements 1 strong, but ATDs lacking awareness and intentions is a blocker. How to correct. Input non-wake. Reference material, source human subject, use staffer writers, risk of data skew. Need more wake reference material critical. Oh, the best one was number 2. Dark screamed the darkness, a dark reminder of the dark's inner darkness. A well of darkness, a vortex like black paint. Darker and darker and darker so the darkness could hardly see. I love the last line. The darkness darkened darkly, darkening the dark until it dimly darkened even the darkest dark. Good God. If that's not like a metaphor for the inner workings of Sam Lake's writing process, I don't know what is. That this just oh my gosh. I don't even know what to put for a note for myself. I think those are scores, not dates. No, definitely dates. Looks like dates, yeah. Yeah. Oh man. What the hell? Hurt my brain. We actually have... Oh. Oh. There's a container in the break room, apparently. Now, we have found that there are containers that show up and aren't actually containers. Oh, son of a... Or containers that are totally empty. There have been some of those. We have experienced that where we get stuff that... Oh, this is a stuff. We get stuff that pops up and there's nothing in them. So... Oh, they'll show up on the map and there's nothing there. But clearly this is okay. So we can go get the unknown weapon. Can I move forward, please? Where's the Sam Lake is a hack line come from? Oh, where Sam Lake is a hack? Bricky. He's a content creator. He reviews video games and shows and stuff. It's from him. It's him calling Sam Lake a hack. It's affectionate. It's not like mean-spirited or rude. This is covered up on purpose. But yeah, Bricky says it, and it's stuck in my head now. It's funny, I think, because it's pretty accurate, because he's the lead writer, and these games are pretty awesome. But they also do have very specific tropes that Sam Lake really likes. And a lot of the references are pretty right in front of you. Sometimes it's also covered up. Black marker again. Hold on. Let me kill the angry darkness wall. You think I can land a grenade right in front of it and it'll work? Or no? I don't want to use my only other flare. I don't want to use my very few charges of, because it'll take at least 3 battery charges. What if I can get this grenade right in front of it? Because if you make the grenade go through the wall, which it will, it doesn't work. So it has to land in front. Also, the fact that the grenade still exists on the ground there is crazy. Hold on, I got some stuff to listen to. Don't fight me yet. We can't see what this is blocking. We have a...
I had a thought today. A possible avenue for further research. When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing.
Mm-hmm.
This could be due to recency bias or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. The story gives the shadow a blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine. In our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it? I think Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer. That's why I love her.
See, in that recording, he did sound French. I don't think it sounded German. I also don't know. His accent is not as thick as like when Sam speaks English. I don't know if I'm being mind flooded. So I've watched all the behind the scenes for Arcane Season 1 and wait with bated breath for Arcane Season 2 behind the scenes. And Fortiche, the animation studio behind Arcane, is French, like very French. And that sounded a bit like how they talk. All right, we got some more shadowy dudes to fight. Hello. Come on, then. Okay. You took all that flashlight to nothing, okay? Okay, I hit the space bar, but I guess I didn't. Oh, son of a... All right. I did not hit the space bar fast enough. Because the third one that walked around the corner immediately threw an axe at me. Well, I saved after the first combat. Yeah, I have to break the wall again. Okay. Just gonna click this stuff in case it adds something to her map. Yeah, okay, it's right before I did this. There's no, like, manuscript pages or collectibles with... this might be another grenade situation here. Oh, wait, where'd that other grenade go? It was right here, I think. Oh, it gave me a flare this time? So it is a little bit random. Okay. It's a little bit random. Well, we'll use a flare then. Son of a man. Oh, where'd her arm go? Dude. The two-shot. Also, I don't... The dodging is so strange still. Because she just she dips down. But the enemies swing straight on. So she doesn't dodge them. They don't swing like overhand laterally. They swing down. So if you dodge, she still gets clobbered. That's what they say with how all the characters dodge. Is you which again is why I think dodging on... Oh, now I got an extra flare? Dodging on mouse and keyboard is why this is weird. And then like that one gave me bullets? Because on a controller you could dodge with a direction easily, because I think you would hit the dodge button as you hit a direction. So you're like doing one of these more easily. I think that's probably why it's weird. I got bonked. I don't think that was an animation lock that time. I just got bonked because my head was down. I'm trying to lure them all back here and then drop the flare in the hallway. I don't know if they'll walk forward more. She's so wiggly! Oh. On the door. Whoa! What's kind of how's his head? Holy shit! This guy likes to dodge after he gets shot. Okay. Yeah-huh. Okay. You do just be slide. That went through the damn wall, brother. That went through the... What the... Come on. I mean, it's like a hazmat hat mask thing. Damn. Again, the DLCs don't have difficulty sliders, so I guess it's just you get two-shot. Or, in this case, you get two bonked. You get two bonked. Oh my god, all the bullets? I feel like those spawned after I'd fought. I don't know if they were here before. Okay, we have clearance 2, so we can't go to 3. Which means, can we just move the elevator or go back to 1? I'm assuming we go back to 1, get the gun, get 3, and then come down through. We also have 2s on the looped floor. There are also some more areas in here we can go to now, too. Oh, that requires the 3. Was there a one on the other side? Also, what's Eddie up to? Yeah, I didn't know if they would run into the hallway and get hit with the flare. You good, Ed? All right, whatever, man. Sure, bud. It's a writing it's a creative writing retreat. Whatever you think it is. I still don't. This reference with the smiley face is so goofy. Okay, there's the elevator. Those are the guys that were in this hallway. So we can't go to that room yet. So we're going here. Is there anyone else in this? There's the pie, excuse me. I don't know if the pie was innocent or not. There's more of it. Dude, now I want some pecan pie. Oh, hello. Pecan. Team notice, as you may know, a valued member of our team was recently assigned off of Project Arbutus. This was like last month in game time. Carla Livingston. Yo, she died? The same. Did we get her last name? Wasn't one of the ladies that got taken? Designs and engineering expertise was a key part of the creation of the ADTs. I think if she was in an email, all we said was it said K Livingston. I don't know. Carla was one of the ladies that was on the pin board, I think, at the beginning of the game. Their contributions to the project cannot be overstated, so she worked on the automatic typewriters. The project team should rest assured that their reassignment was an error that should be corrected soon. Our project director, Dr. Diana Marmont, would like to remind all team members that any directives or assignments from Dr. Jules Marmont have no bearing on Arbutus staff, should be ignored. There's probably nothing to do with it. Happened here, I'm sure it's just Jules' way of poking fun. I don't know, man. Maybe. It might be. The pie thing could just be for fun. Well, I guess we'll find out. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, shit! He was making any noise! It got me? It got me? Oh, it has the chest bursting. Oh, we have more? The other ones are waking up? Or not? It's the reflections? I thought he was getting up. It was a reflection. This one wasn't making any noise. You suck. It got me? A little startled there. Because usually they're doing the whole like, you know, making zombie noises, but he wasn't making any zombie noises. Background report, Rudolph Lane. In 2010, Lane was inadvertently involved in AWE 35 while residing at Cauldron Lake Lodge. Yep, he was the guy from the balcony that we talked to once, where he lived under the care of Dr. Emil Hartman, which was a boss in the Control DLC that turned into this weird spinal cord thin monster man that kind of looked like a Land Strider from the Dark Crystal. Look it up. It looks pretty Land Strider Dark Crystal-y. Yep, see case number 74 WA004 for information. Read his crimes and arrest. Lane was seriously injured during the AWE. He received medical care in Seattle for 2 months, during which time he was questioned and cleared by FBC staff. After the Cauldron Lake Lodge was seized and closed by the FBC, Lane moved to Watery, Washington, where he currently resides. Gross. That place is a fucking shit. There's like 4 houses and a couple trailers. Recent surveillance confirmed he has no known personal relationships or affiliation with paranatural groups. As requested, the observation team has confirmed that Lane continues to paint as of the date of the report. Oh, so then they still went back and scooped him up. They still went back and scooped him up, huh? He indeed got scooped up. Okay. The physics going crazy. There's the cat again. I mean, the pin boards are mostly copy and pasted, but that is the cat. All right.
My team was on sublevel 1. I knew they were in danger.
Let's go back to 1. Still can't go to the sublevels.
Access denied.
So back to 1.
The Marmonts turned innocent people into tools using the FBC's authority.
What do you think the FBC's doing?
They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods? No. Actions have consequences. And I'm the consequences.
They're all dead, right?
Sublevel 1.
Hello, Jules.
You fucking bastard! Jules Marmont killed my team.
Yep.
He was taken by the shadow. I should get that gun while I'm up here.
Oh, that's cool how it actually knows. That's cool dialogue. Yes, get me the altered item gun. Also, it is dark, really dark in here compared to what it was. Okay, the lights are fading in. Okay, that hallway is super dark. The paint monsters might come alive again. The gun is to my left. I cannot fight the paint monsters. I need the altered item weapon. But it's behind the door, so I have to move the paintings. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, son of a bitch! Oh, I have a flare. I'm hitting the button. Well, that's not good. I don't know if I can get there through this side. Oh, I can.
In the room with that gun. Can't open it from the side.
Can I fight the goo monsters? I guess I can try some bullets. I have a good amount of them. I think I need the altered item.
Bingo. That keycard's gonna get me to sublevel 5.
Oh, this is new in this room. This gives me the information about finding the key card. Progress update number 6. Unfortunately, Jules' key card went missing last night. Yep, that's one we heard about at the very beginning. Huge shame. On a totally unrelated note, now I have a level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of BlackRock. Yeah, it's the office right over to the left of us. Been grinding the BlackRock down to a powder and stashing around in case any gets confiscated. So the gun shoots BlackRock powder shots? This is so Firebreak teasing. Next steps, weapon test using BlackRock powder. If successful, maybe send schematics to off-site teams could lead to a transfer out of this shithole. Need to think up more applications for BlackRock now that I have some. There was a researcher at the OH? Oldest House. I didn't know they abbreviated it. Is the oldest house okay with its name being abbreviated as OH? Also, God, Sam Lake love acronyms. It's crazy. We had tons of ideas like this. Wish I could remember their name. Okay. Well, if there's a paint monster walking around, I need to go move the paintings. Oh, God damn it! Okay, so they're all active now. I'm just stuck. Okay. Well, I'm injured, so I can't walk any faster. Is it if I get too close? Oh, well, shit. I don't know how to get... It's all blocked off now. Where's the... Damn it. This is a different position than they were originally. Even after I dealt with them. Let's get in the room, Kiran. Get in the room. I don't know if they can go in the... They can't go to the BlackRock room, so... Okay. Holy. So I guess certain ones now are just active. I like how I have paint. Look at her jacket. She has paint on her jacket now. Yeah, it's a black powder rifle. Yeah, from Black Rock. Well, Black Rock powder rifle. Okay, I need to move the... Oh.
Hey, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that?
Why'd you play again?
Shadow.
Ah!
My lab and treats me like some kind of assistant. Un putain d'assistant? Moi?
He's French. Yeah, there we go.
I run the lake house. This is my facility. Mine! He cannot just walk in here for 1 week, make some speeches, and then fly back to New York. Espèce de crétin, prétentieux. The jackass thinks he's a fucking rock star. And he made fun of the name. Huh. Oh, the shadow. The shadow is good. It's evocative. He is just a jealous, spoiled little child. And I will make it so everyone can see this. I will make it so no one even remembers his name. To ces imbéciles là, hein? They all think I am a pencil pusher.
They're all idiots.
They think I do not have the mind for such work. Eh bien, ils verront. Ils verront!
I don't know what Yveron is.
I will take what they think is possible. And I will break it.
Solid Kubrick stare. Well done, Jules. Solid Kubrick stare. If you've been following my content for a long time, I bring up that in multiple different places. It was recently just used in Final Fantasy XIV. So does moving them sink them back in? I'm gonna save again, because if I get yoinked, I just die. I only have one more heal left. Light doesn't do anything to these things, so... So, do they only react if I get too close? Nope. Okay. Okay. Will they come in the room? I don't know if I can just shoot them. I think the point is I need the black powder gun, which is all the way across the hallway, which I should be able to access now. So stay away from the walls. Ugh, there's two of them. How do I get past them? Great. And this is the blocked wall. Well, can I hurt them? No, I cannot. Okay, they're kind of stupid. All right. Don't go near the ones you can see in the painting, because they'll pop out. Okay. Okay. Oh, one right there. Careful. Okay, other room. Clear, clear. This side, clear. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised they don't attack really easily when they're out of the room or they're out of the painting. They're kind of just idiots. Okay, give me a moment here. Okay. Little shortcut action. There's multiple things to read in this room. Okay. And a computer desk. Oh, let's get the gun first, maybe? All right. What are we doing? Obvious hint at the next game. And an inventory upgrade?
Okay, this should get me down to sub-level 5. And this should get me past any other problems.
He has 5 shots. Charge the Black Rock launcher by holding down left trigger. Charged shots go further and deal more damage on impact. It's like a grenade launcher? I have 4 shots.
There was a crack in the lake house.
Oh.
The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. The contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance, cause and effect hopelessly entangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed. The feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for a release.
Okay. That was the page that Diana kept reading. Target update number 5. Got the firing mechanism working. It's throwing the test projectiles a good distance. Turned out pretty nicely. The fittings between the grenade launcher and custom components are a bit loose. No proper lathe here, but at least it works. Now I need some actual black rock for the test. This is how the this is where the black rock paneling went. Okay, I know there's some on sub-level 5, but the acting inventory supervisor doesn't get access to that floor. Next steps, source black rock. Okay. Oh.
Okay, black rock powder. Need to keep an eye out for more of these.
I now have 1 additional shot. There's a cat. 021219. Oops. Oops. I can't. Hello? I can't go to the backspace button?
Damn it.
Okay, whatever. Thought I'd go to the backspace button. Okay, so just gave it to us. But everyone's getting mad about the password stuff, so. Reassignment from J. Marmont to Carla. Decided to reassign you from Project Ramnus to Inventory Management. Your title will change from Senior Researcher to Acting Inventory Supervisor, effective immediately. Carla made this gun? You may find this change sudden, but I have no doubt someone with a nut allergy like yourself prefer to work alone in the inventory booth than out in the open where any dangerous pies may be waiting to hurt you. Perhaps some hard work will keep you from making any more unfounded HR complaints. Holy. Missing Blackrock. Sensitivity reminder, Pi Day. So did Carla get laid off and then she made this freaking Blackrock grenade launcher? All right. Hold on. There was some achievement with this thing that I read. You find the launcher and do something with it. I'm just going to look real quick. Oh, defeat one of each of the enemies with it. Oh, okay. Well, one of these enemies is the paint monsters, I imagine. Dude is a bit of an asshole. Yeah, you think? So we're leaving now. We're elevatoring back to 2, to the interview room, then to 3 to get these 2 rooms, which then we can go down to 4, and then there's a sub basement. Yeah, Ed Booker abducted to right. Connected to Culture Lake, we encountered shaded individuals. Jules Marmont shaded. Okay, let's blow up one of these paint monsters. Hey, bud.
Finally! Something works on these bastards.
It takes 8 years to reload. It does destroy them, though. For sure. All right. I'm going to the right. Or trying to go to the right, anyway. I need to move the paintings back, don't I? Yep. Shit. I would rather not spawn anymore. I don't know if they have to spawn by me walking in front of them or not. What happened to my flashlight there? Wait. That's right. Elevator's the other side of the hallway. Duh. You doing this? Gumby? I have to go past this one anyway, so. Okay. Now, there could be more containers in this room now. Ugh, there's 2 right there. I think I have to go that way now, though. I think we're just moving past them. I think containers are updating on mine now. Okay. Ugh, there's one right there too, though. Damn it. There's one right here too. One right there as well. Ah! Ah! Fuck off. Ba-doop. Go 2. I think
The
this
shadow had changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity.
Yeah.
That made everything simpler. No arrest, no paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
Sublevel 2.
Dude, how far apart are these sublevels? Or how slow is this elevator? Because the other level will be right above this level. But how slow is this elevator? It also could be really far apart. Alright, now the question is... Well, there'll be now new taken gooblies down here. I'm just going to the right. Oh! There might be paint goobers down here? Or it's just the paint makes noise. I think the paint just makes noise. Because it's alive. Oh, that's my last heal. I think the paint just makes noise to creep you out. Okay. This room was optional. What's in this room? There's clearly another presentation, but there's also paint on the wall. Is there a paint goober in this room? There's totally a paint goober in this room. Okay. There are 2 paint goobers in this room? Ay, ay, ay. Are they active? There are three paint goobers in this room? I don't know what makes them
Lane
wake
was
up.
found dead in his cell this morning. It's an unfortunate setback. But when a door is closed, a window is opened. I believe that's the saying. Lane may be gone, but he left us with a goodbye present.
Oh, good.
A final piece of art. This piece is different. It's raw emotion, pure truth. He put everything he had into this one. Literally. Every reading we take is off the charts. This is what we have been waiting for. It is the key.
Ah.
I will achieve what no one has before me. Not darling, that arrogant shit. Not my selfish harpy or the wife.
So, we have a painter and a painting that can talk. Clearly connected. But Lane was dead before any of this even happened.
I never needed any of them. The fools will finally see me for the genius I am.
Yeah, I figured. So is it just a potential that they can spawn, or they just only do it sometimes? Or hello, drawer opening into my knees. Will they spawn if I get too close? So I guess it just means they can spawn there. Not necessarily that they will spawn there. Another room. Okay. Interview room. Bunch of black rock in here. Okay, I know I'm a film nerd. I know I bring this up many times. And I talk about certain shows and movies and things. That's sort of been my brand for a long time. I did go to film school. I've got, you know, a bachelor's in all that good stuff, but Remedy really does something interesting, because all these oneers, one take that they have with these actors, Alice had a bunch of this in the base game, and it's a different actor than was in Alan Wake 1. Was recast, even a different actor than the weird spin-off game, the Alan Wake's American Nightmare, which is, I'm not playing that. It's apparently real garbage. They tried some things, but it was like these one takes, these oneers with these actors. It's so refreshing in its own way when dialogue sequences, these are all with one person, of course. The actor just gets to act. They don't cut. No camera angle changes, no nothing. Because in a lot of modern cinema, there's like the unspoken 7-second rule, where the camera has to cut to a new shot by 7 seconds. because of attention spans of the most moviegoers. And like, I'm gonna go through the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie, I'm sure. They're fun movies, but I'm sure it's gonna be laden with this kind of stuff. And I imagine that most sequences and most shots will not let the actor act. And it's surprising in a film sense when they do, because it takes the right medium, the right film, the right show for it to be in, yes, but it also really takes the right direction to let that actor bring out that moment of that character. And it's just rare. Like, it's just very rare. This is a note from Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research, to Project Romnus staff. Status of the Arbutus project. A little less Dixie there. Status of Project Arbutus. As head of the research of the lake house, it is important that I am informed of all proceedings at this facility, since the other Dr. Marmont is failing to provide me with details about her team's progress. I ask that you all seek information from members of her team. Anyone who comes to me with details on Project Arbutus' current projects will be rewarded. Oh, this is the official note about him spying on his wife's research. Even though, did he just ask her? But apparently not. Okay, that was all that was down here. I saw that place of interest over here. I don't know if we can do anything there. It just meant we found something out there. Something else in this room. And it's pointing here to this painting, which we can't do anything with. We can't, like, peel the stuff off of it. It was just to get this audio recording. Okay. How you doing, Ed? You do be writing. All right, bud. Whatever. Sorry about dinner. I literally can't. It'd be kind of fun if it was a side quest to bring him food, but I cannot do that. I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. Elevator is on the other hallway when we get down here. Of course it is. Was there paint in here before? Okay. Now, we go to 3. Hating each other by this point, asking politely is out of the question. Yeah, because they're in the manuscript pages, right? They're in the story, and the story tells them to slowly, drift apart and this rift form between them.
3.
All right, now sublevel 3 had the 2 doors. The question is, am I going to get looped in here, or is there no loop? Oh, there's paint boys here now. Are one of you gonna spawn? Yep. Two shots left. I think we'll probably get some more shots down here. Oh God, you're both real. Son of a bitch. I don't know what triggers it. It just exists. It just happens. So I have 1 left now. Wait, did you respawn? That's not ideal. One there too. If anything changes down here when you come back, but I guess not. Oh, that one's respawned. Is this different?
There was a crack in the lake house.
No.
The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water...
Okay. Damn, only one more shot left, and now we know there's like paint leaking in. Okay, see, I was wondering if some of these will spawn with some paint. Nope, it has no paint. It has a heal though. Even though it just gives me one hit, because you basically get 2 shot in this DLC. So directly out. I wonder if there'll be more shadows here now. I'm assuming. Because this is the final version of this room, I think. It's stabilized to the final version? Maybe not? Maybe? I don't know. Let's see. I can't imagine there wouldn't be combat that triggers after you do these side rooms, but you don't have to come back. This is all extra, but... That's a manuscript page?
Water dripped from the ceiling as Diana stared at the folders stacked on her workstation. Each one was a branch of research. Drip. Some were thin, some thick. They represented years of her life, her work, dissecting the act of creation and examining the bloody pieces. Bringing in live subjects had been her idea.
Wait, what?
Drip.
Oh.
Bureau leadership denied their request. But after HQ went into lockdown, she took advantage of the chaos and got her artists. Jules had whined about the optics. Diana ignored him. Now in her office below the waterline of Cauldron Lake, she considered how to proceed. Jules was convinced the page they had found would come true. It promised disaster. A situation out of control. Impossible. Diana was always in control. Drip. Drip. She needed answers. She needed to quantify, to define, to control.
Did this read out of order on purpose? It read out of order. I'm assuming on purpose. I don't know if that was a whoopsie. Could have been a whoopsie. I don't know. Oh, that's all that's in here. I guess we need to find all the manuscript pages. 10:10. All right. We're going to be beset upon by scum and villainy now that we've looked at a manuscript page. I feel like it's even more creepy now that they only like randomly make noise instead of them all making noise at once. I don't see no paint in here. You do get another recording though. It's Diana.
Jules' team has found new pages written by Wake. He must have gotten Rudolph Lane painting again. His bullshit pedestrian methodology cannot produce results before mine. I have to go faster, no matter the cost. We're still behind our projections. The more the machines can produce, the closer we can calibrate them to Wake's style. But proper calibration takes a lot of raw material, and production is slow. No. We're changing directions. The hypothesis remains unchanged. Imitating Wake's writing style will allow us to generate art capable of linking with the threshold. Our live subject should match Wake's style much faster. People can be calibrated just like a machine. You simply have to push the right buttons.
Spoken like a true FBC scientist, huh? So push the right buttons, she says. To use art with the power of the shadow, we must first define the art. Thesis. Does a critic define what is art? Where do we find critics? Kidnap, lure in critics? Or the audience? Are we the audience? Must we like the art? What is the role of an artist? Who is an artist? If you believe you are an artist, are you one? Do you need to be good? Does quality matter? Well, considering a lot of modern art in our current year, probably not. Because there's some art that is only art because some people think it's art. Is the person that made it an artist? And then there's like the art that gets made that is super incredible from your own perspective. But again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, is it not? Define an artist. A drug-using bum? Well, Alan does have bouts of that. Often wears a turtleneck and drinks red wine. No, Alan just trips acid with a former version of himself in a parallel dimension. Or drinks moonshine and falls asleep. Left-wing political views. Danger. If left-wing politics made real by the shadow, any right-wing artists? Not for abstract art or poems. Okay. Like the little wine glass drawing here. This board is just pure chaos. Don't rip on the banana taped to wall. Yeah. Banana on a wall. Exactly. Is that art, or do you think because the artist said it's art, is it art? Do you think it's art because of what it implies or what it doesn't imply? Or is it art because it makes fun of all other art that is way more involved than banana on wall? These are all questions. Do any of them have answers? I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. AI art sure is an art. Hell nah. Looking around real quick. I don't know if anything else spawns to give me ammo. Oh, is this the tape I didn't look at earlier? It's back?
March 7th, 2018.
We're back?
Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman, founder of the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated artists in an attempt to control the power of the shadow.
Yes.
I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we haven't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Oh, so this is more of the note that goes, the audio that goes with this note about her wanting to bring stuff in and requesting it from Darling. Okay. Why not? What's the difference between a tool making a picture and a person making the same picture? I think a lot of the main issue with AI-generated art is that it didn't think of it itself. All of the large language model diffusion is studying other people's art. So that means that all of those pieces of art have already been taken from someone else's art. Like if you give and you feed these AI models a whole bunch of original oil paintings from hundreds of years ago that were the first of their kind, and the AI makes their own, that's not original because it learned from someone else's art. And that's where I think the crazy gray area comes into play here. Whereas even to this day, there's still original pieces of art that people are making that aren't anywhere traceable to anything else. So then if that piece gets fed into a large language AI model and it makes art similar, it is not original. It was someone else's that it learned from and made, you know, a diffusion or some crap, right? It's not from someone's. It's not from itself. Because until we can break the barrier of consciousness and a computer can be on the same level of coherentness as one of you or I, a skeletal mech piloted by an electric gray blob, I don't know if you can call any AI art original because it's all derivative of someone else's stuff that it's trained off of. Not level 4 threshold manifestation? Oh, are we going... Okay. I was pausing it so I could ramble. That's usually the main problem, is that AI art just looks like someone else's art. So it's not original.
Mirror, please hold.
This is not level 4.
Please hold. Please hold.
We gotta talk to the painter again. Hi, bud. What's up? Little chit chat. How you doing? Let me get the flashlight out of your face. I'm sorry. Pretty sure you are Rudolph Lane.
The Marmonts were holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane. Does that ring a bell?
The shape of a man.
You can kind of see the weird, distorted, angry demon face, can't you? It's called like a pig face, like a Japanese orc.
I think you are, or were,
Yeah.
Rudolph Lane.
Himself, a self-portrait, make them see.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I might be able to help you, but I need information, cooperation.
No brush, just himself.
No. Oh, good. Okay. Well, the 4th threshold is nothing. We have a manuscript page all of a sudden. Okie dokie.
Rudolph Lane was dying. Both murderer and victim.
Yeah.
Red hues ran down his hands. Was it scarlet or cadmium? Too vivid to be maroon. Names don't matter, he decided. Color was pure. Inspiring. For the first time in years, he wanted to paint. A self-portrait. To say goodbye. No. To make them remember. To make them see what they did. He slapped his hands against the wall to steady himself. He began from there. No brush, just himself.
Yep.
The strokes were crude, violent. The pain, misery, and hate he'd endured there. The fire in his eyes and hands and bones all spread into the shape of a man. It was quick. Natural. Like a heart attack. He slumped down to the floor, smiling at the anger he left smeared across the wall.
Yeah, so he made a blood portrait. So all the blood on the floor in his cell and the paint that smeared with his blood was the wall they removed. right? You could see that he was standing against that wall, the one we walked in, and they removed that wall, and that's the wall we keep seeing, is his self-portrait blood painting that was there and now no longer is there. And I guess we go to 5 now, or do we go up 1 and come back down 1? I'm assuming floor 4 has nothing. I'm curious how this works. Will the threshold for 4 be just the hallway again? This is a test.
Sublevel 3.
Because it might be just the nothing and you just go to 5. I'm really curious though. And yeah, they moved that whole sheet of wall and it probably didn't have the BlackRock resonance panels. So it went kooky go nuts. Yeah. I still don't understand these elevators. How slow? Or how... I'm just still going? Oh, no. Now floor 4 is here. Yep. Oh, that's so neat. Okay. So you can still do sublevel 4. Shifting geometry bullshit. Yeah, I had to go up and down to come back to it. Yep. Uh-huh. I think another part, as we were on this little tangent about AI art, if you study only pointillism and then draw pointillism themed art, is that not the same thing? I think part of it is that our conception and reality of art is made by humans, us, humanity. We make it, right? The meat mechs being piloted by the gray blob of electric goo, right? Inside the skeletal war machine that we are. For all of recorded history, back to cave paintings and stone tablets, humanity made them. Or aliens, maybe. Who fucking knows? Maybe aliens. Whereas now, you can go to freaking Twitter now. Ugh. And you can type in, like, Transformers Optimus Prime riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex while listening to Def Leppard and Darth Vader playing the harmonica, but small, riding on his shoulder. And then 30 seconds later, with using a bajillion watts of power or whatever the fuck it costs to suck up those servers to do all that computations, it spits you out some mostly garbage. Now, a human typed it, and humans made the large language models that suck up all that knowledge to make it, but the art itself wasn't made by a person. It was made by ones and zeros in a computer, studying other people's stuff that did make it. I think that's where the separation comes from. Because I said before, I use the generative tool to, like, remove my camera from stuff. That just puts back the pixels that I'm covering up. You do that in real film when you have a clean plate and then the plate of your actor, and then you green screen out your actor and put him on the clean plate, right? So I use that tool, the generative clean tool or whatever, which is just better than, like, the magic brush to remove something, to only have the image. But I'm not making Alan Wake generated thumbnails from the ether, right? I'm using the art from the game that the people created. So that's I think it goes back to my earlier point. It also mostly sucks. A lot of AI art looks like shit. It's garbage. It's all wiggly and wobbly, right? You can easily see all these filters on, like, TikTok and Instagram and whatever. All shorts are all AI crap garbage. And then they use AI crap garbage propaganda, like that new stupid cat game. Like, it's garbage. A lot of it is just garbage. That might be the final point of it. And a human can make art that's garbage, but at least a human made the garbage. And it wasn't being kicked out to us through some algorithm or some pre-programmed
Elevator.
research archives. I think that comes down to a lot of it. Now, will it ever get to a point where it's just good? Maybe. Or 10 years, 20 years, maybe it'll be indistinguishable. But that also becomes very scary, doesn't it? Because then, I've played Cyberpunk 2077. How much fake advertisement and subliminal messaging and propaganda is that game full of? Please wait here. And then again, what if that becomes our reality?
Ooh, nice office.
This is super weird. Why would his office be... That's like Magneto's holding cell? Except it's surrounded by filing cabinets and stuff. Please wait here. For what? It's obviously a complicated subject. A big reason for it as well is plagiarism and stealing people's art. A lot of those big databases just stole people's art by the thousands to millions of pieces of art. And now people can just make whatever they want without actually having any credit or ties to the original artist. You know, you can like type in like Dragon Ball Akira Toriyama, and then all of a sudden you're just making art. It's still not as good as Akira Toriyama's art, but you can just make up fake shit that has no ties to them. And then who owns the rights to that? Who owns the copyright? Right? Who owns the who I don't know, right? And that's probably an issue. If an artist, graphic designer, makes something, it's theirs. They created it. But if Tim Bobathy puts in a prompt to make a whole bunch of art that they don't own, that is someone else's design, who has the rights to that? Where are the legal levels? Who owns it? And that's another problem with it. This conversation only comes about because of the literal large language model that we were working with earlier, that the FBC is creating. This is a boss fight. I do only have one super shot, so I don't know what that means. I have lots of handgun, but handgun do no damn. $10. Okay.
Come on.
Oh, these moved? Hello, corpse. This whole area is all darkness. Maybe we'll get some... Oh, these are... Those are more FBC agents? Really? Only one shell still? Wood? I'm surprised there's an achievement to like defeat all the different enemy types with the black rock. Are they making these? Or are they studying them? They're just animal skulls? Oh, maybe some black rock juice? One more. Oh boy, I have two now. The room definitely changed, 100%. I don't know what spawns them. I only have 2 more shots. Only thing that kills them is the special shot. I can't even like use a... Oh, son of a... Man, he disappeared. Or it disappeared. And then all of a sudden it reappeared. Damn it. Well, one shot down, one to go. I assume the game's supposed to put you on this tension point with these painting goobers. But if I just have to use them both, then what do I do? Just run? Which I guess, yeah, you can, but like, you can only run so far. Because they eventually will catch up to you because there's not enough room. I don't know which one to walk by. Maybe the one on the black wall? Again, all this film. Because they don't react to light. I think it's just supposed to fake you out. Oh, maybe get one more here. Nope. Empty. Is this a different type of one? Different pose, maybe? It's like a big claw arm.
Diana sat in her office. A weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her. She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared. Breach detected. Then the walls of the archives rumbled. A tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this. Her and Jules. Their ambition. Their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered.
Checks out.
In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile.
It'd be interesting if it was like a telltale sign. Oh, there he is. And Jules. What's up, bud? Let's just talk with bullets. Because keeping you on one ammo is definitely a way to heighten the tension. Oh, we got a little... Nope, regular bullets. I don't think those are going to do a whole lot for me. Oh, there was a container back in the first room. I guess I missed it. Uh-oh. I could go back, but I don't know if walking back past them again is a chance for them to spawn. Oh. Son of a bitch, man. The distance these things can clear is crazy. I only have one shot, so I can't use my Blackrock on them. So much wiggle. Holy crap! It's a slidey boy. Oh my god. We're reloading. Yeah, hello. Yeah-huh. 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 Oh, she still has a shield. Okay. So I guess you probably could AoE them down in the hallway there. I have no heals, so. So we're walking slow now, boys. And our screen's gonna be all wiggly. Definitely just may have made the lake house overall just way harder, especially because you get 2 hits and you're just down. I see you. Okay. This locker has loot, maybe? A heal, but nothing for the Black Rock launcher. Guess we can get rid of the wobbly screen. So if Dr. Marmont is he painting? Why would he be painting? I guess he went a little bonkers, but I don't know if he's the one painting. Because we know that Lane was the painter. There's so many of them. You never know which one's gonna jump out at you. Oh, you are? Okay, well, last shot then, I guess. Okay. Last one. Yeah? Oh, this is a full loop? Oh my god. Okay. I think I've gotten turned around, clearly. I also don't know if it's changing as I walk through it. Oh, it did? Okay. Because now I can see a straight path to the middle here. Well, straight path, air quotes. Uh-huh. Sure, bud. Is it meant to be timed exactly to the amount so you have to skip? Alright, what's the boss fight mechanic going to be? Because I don't have anything. We've got power cores down there. We got a song queuing up because it's a Remedy game. Map updated. Annual report threshold study. Progress in the Lake House directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. Research in the areas of threshold energy detection and measurement have made great strides, allowing us to work with the investigations department in the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and the sources of light continues to be difficult without active threshold manifestations to test against. Additional means of contaminant and offensive measures against the shadow have similarly been difficult to develop without an active AWE through theoretical research. Oh, though theoretical research continues. Research into threshold suppression techniques is ongoing, with no clear determination regarding their viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake, with all findings being sent to Dr. Darling as requested. In summer 2017... Oh, in summary, sorry. 2017 has been a successful year with further promising breakthroughs predicted in 2018. This is old research. It's like 5-6 years ago. And then 3 years later, research mandate before Dr. Darling was lost in the lockdown of the oldest house. So the lockdown, yeah, see, before he was lost in the lockdown, So the lockdown of the oldest house, the events of Control had to have happened before 9/12/2020. What's the release date of Control? Control came out August 27th, 2019. So it would have been like 2 weeks before this. So we know there's like a lap in when people knew what was going on. Yeah, there are some date inconsistencies. I don't think it's all. It's not like 1-to-1. I don't think it's meant to be, but before Dr. Darling was lost and locked in Ola's house, he was tasked the lake house with discovering the nature of the shadow and its ability to convert air into reality. Oh, good. During our diligent research into this phenomena, it has become clear that Darling was not dreaming big enough, which leads us to a new goal of the lake house and its talented staff: to create a stable connection between the Cauldron Lake threshold and our own dimension. That seems like very foolish. Threshold traversal has only been possible inside the oldest house and occasionally during altered world events, though this is often an involuntary process. Overlaps, I guess. The Shadow's known attraction to art provides us the perfect opportunity to create the world's first controlled bridge between dimensions that can be safely traversed in either direction. A laboratory will be built on sublevel 5 where experimentation related to linking the threshold will be performed. This location will take full advantage of our proximity to Cauldron Lake. In this laboratory, we will simultaneously develop machinery that can connect with the AWE site in the lake and use art as a focal point to create the bridge. Precise methods are yet to be determined, though teams will soon be formed to explore processes involving art as a dimensional anchor, like the rhymes, for example, reality manipulation via art, and machine assisted coupling. So those are the typewriting machines, the rhymes, and that was in game timeline 3 years ago. This game takes place at the end of 2023. I don't think we're going really around this area. Circle? Sounds like one of the songs at the end of the chapters of the main game. Follow-up report redacted 2021. On the morning of redacted, the musician held at the lake house for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage from the cell from the night before was damaged by electrical interference of an undetermined nature. Redacted, known professionally as Redacted, had produced a song called 6 Deep Breaths during her time at the lake house. It was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Marmont and Dr. Marmont. Redacted somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. All right, so this is the actual artist. So who sings 6 Deep Breaths? Who is the version of the artist in the game, and who is the actual artist in real life? Just like Poets of the Fall are the old gods of Asgard. Someone used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Redacted were brief, with any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house's mandate of confidentiality. Action to be taken. Investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff in the lake house were involved in the disappearance of Redacted. Very short name. Like, that's maybe 5 letters long. Investigation is currently ongoing into whether the subject used the song they created as a blank means of escape. All material related to and work produced by Redacted will be stored in the archive for future reference. B online. Oh, D. Online checks for the public reappearance of Redacted are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated with Redacted in the past. Known addresses with... utilitarian / AWE activity Redacted. Oh no, you have to go to this website. We have to go see if these websites are real. This house of dreams.blogspot.com / n equals 1, but also redacted. The rest of the URL is redacted. You know they're going to be real though. And then sirensociety.io, redacted, blessed, redacted, etc. For the up-to-date full list, refer to redacted. You know these are all real websites. Oh, did I say air? Yeah, art, sorry, from what I was reading earlier. You know these are real. These are 100% real. Although if I alt-tab my cursor moves for some reason. So, I don't know how... Like, is sirensociety.io real? Of course it fucking is. Sirensociety.io is a website that has a weird logo on it. It says, you found your way here. Welcome. How do we reach you? You click on it. You found your way here. Welcome to Sirens Society. You can put your name in and your email and your phone number. By submitting this form, you consent to receive information, e.g. order updates and or marketing text or cart reminders from Repossessed, it's spelled weird. Repoezessed. Yeah, Repossessed LLC, including text sent by auto dialer. Consent is not conditioned for purchase. Message and data rates may apply. Message frequency varies. Unsubscribe anytime by replying stop or clicking unsubscribe link where available. So it's clearly a bit of maybe a ARG from Remedy. Does it actually go to something? I'm sure the Reddit community has probably figured it all out or something like that. What about the other website? Is this one real? This houseofdreams.blogspot.com. This house? Oh, of course it's also real. Oh no, it has actually a ton of entries. It's a bunch of poems. Oh, this is a complete Alan Wake ARG. Oh my, it's huge. Posted by Samantha. This goes back so far. Well, I guess not so far. There's a lot of posts though. The dates of the posts are 2012. But it clearly this leads to some Remedy influenced ARG. There's like some weird faces with weird ink blots on them. What the hell? Yeah, there's one entry on July 29th, 7 on July 26th, one on July 23rd, one on July 2 on July 22nd. View my complete profile, Samantha, this House of Dreams. On Blogger since February 2012. Wait, you can't spoof this if it's actually a Blogger site. How did they... It's got 32,776... No, hold on. 32,738, 39, 40. It's a live profile view. About me, Samantha. Yeah, 11 posts in July, 3 in June, 1 in May, 12 in April, 6 in March, 2 in February, all in 2012. If this is a, I mean, they could have contacted the people that run the website to spoof their join date to make this up, or Remedy would have had to have made this website au natural in February of 2012. More than 12 years before, well, I guess 13 years before this game even came out. I don't know if I believe that. What the hell? There's got to be something on the Reddit, I imagine, that's all figured everything out. I'm not going to be able to dig into that right now. This video is already going to be super long as it is, because we're doing the whole end of this in one sitting. Well, the end of the... But that's got to be... I'm sure there's plenty to figure out there. This is 2016. Project Orbitus, definition of art, a study. Oh, here we go. Based on our talk we were having earlier. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of crafts that fall under the name. To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. Well, yeah, this is what a scientist would do. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affecting reality have centered on writing. Wake, 2010. Cinematography is also suspected, though not directly confirmed. Zane, 1970. What about other mediums? We need to test the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on, not to mention the myriad of genres and methods within each medium. And what about crafts outside of the most common artistic expression? Does any act of creation on a higher level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodworking, etc. What about non-physical mediums? Why is music an art and philosophy is not? Does something become art due to its medium, its quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression, or an equation made up of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor reach for the equation to succeed? Clearly, there is much to determine. We must begin with developing a methodology using a vast range of arts and general creative endeavors, both physical and mental, then find a way to test their potential connection to Cauldron Lake's threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma with many layers to pull off. If we are to understand it and ultimately bring it under control, the work will take years. Well, I don't know how many more years you got to work on this. I'm assuming none. Because you're probably... Oh, I gotta figure out a password here? No way. Password? Oh, they just wrote the password down. Okay, never mind.
The lake house was underwater. The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters, but the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. I know you're here, they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home, their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
All right, password me. 685298. Holy crap. Abandoned project. Official complaint. H. Kingston, Dr. Marmont. Hello, Dr. Marmont. I received your formal complaint about Jules' behavior or claim. You claim he is maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says they have simply been misplaced. Oh, this is the thing we heard about earlier. But we know it's also that he did keep things. Jules was keeping things. I understand you are frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If this issue persists at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate the issue. Does that sound agreeable? Uh-huh. Abandoned project archived. Diana, considering the details of the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. Don't pretend like you were worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wakes', whatever those may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep doing the work. No, Diana. I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What is the point in succeeding if we are dead? I am the head of research here, and I forbid you from proceeding. You can forbid anything. You are not going to keep me from the most important work of my life. If you are too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed more than you always needed me more than I needed you. Ooh, ouch. A letter from Darling archived. Diana, I just received a letter from Darling about the request you made to bring in live subjects. What are you thinking? Do you know how that looks? Yeah, the FBC, they can do whatever they want. What did he say? Was it approved? She doesn't care. No, he refused. You know protocol does not allow that sort of thing. And he says he will be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon, like we are children. It's very bad for reputation, Diana. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first. Oh, so Diana requested it. And then that's how Darling came here. And that was maybe when he recorded that film we saw upstairs, where he was being kind of kooky and weird, like, but there was obviously a more deeper reasoning for it. Okay. Well. Oh, she flipped his photo down. All right. So we're going through this way. There is a light shift, which is active. So do I need to turn off the light shift? I'm assuming I can't go this way. It's getting all wibbly wobbly. Maybe I can. I'm assuming it dead ends and I have to turn the light switch. Okay. Oh. So the blog was made back in 2012. It's full of lore for the whole world. The other website, Siren Society, prompts you to join a waiting list. If you do so, you'll get an email confirmation about the artist Poe, who performs the song This Road from Alan Wake 2 soundtrack. Right. That's the song that was split apart into different parts between like the final chapter. So her name is Poe. Their name is Poe. I don't know who it is. This could be a future setup for an album release related to the game or something along those lines. It's possible.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight living space. This is how Jules lost his subject, though. Need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
Oh, so I guess her test subject. So did Jules bring in Lane? I thought he was against it. Did she bring in both? Diana brought in both. Saying he lost his test subject. But it also sounds like he was studying art and she was studying writing. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Now there's a film in this office? Of course there is.
He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
This doesn't look like Lane's style. Different artist.
It's very control art style, like the one single line. If you look at the promo art for Control. I wonder if this office was Diana's and the other office was Jules or something along those lines. (2019) from Dr. Casper Darling, FBC Head of Research, to Dr. and Dr. Marmont. Something to get you started. Couldn't stop thinking about this new direction of the lake house after I got back to New York. I hope pivoting to researching Threshold Redacted's reality manipulate Threshold Shadow Reality or whatever. Thresholds Astrals? No, it's a possessive. Threshold something's reality. In fact, it wasn't too much to shock you. It seemed like your work on containment was stalling, so I decided I could use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by a certain redacted a while back artist. They just can't say the word. A while back, files 6D001 through, find the attached envelope. Test for any reactions it may trigger with the shadow. Still don't know how unscientific the name is. Oh, don't like how. You can designate the artist as P6 in your records. I expect regular updates. Go team. So this is a different artist, P6. The only letter 6 we've seen was Dylan. Yeah. Did Dylan draw these? I mean, this is just Warland Door up here, right? This is Warland Door? Pretty sure? You can tell by the ears. Warland Door has big ears. It was probably meant to be Lance Riddick, but he passed before. Young Dylan could have drawn it. Yeah. I think that's just a picture of Warland Door. Red tree. That why this name is redacted? Oh, for sure. 100%. Yeah, game? Okay. What are you trying to tell me? Hmm? I don't have any super Blackrock powder blasts, so I don't know.
A light switch cord.
Holy shit. You fucking elevators. Estevez, you're not supposed to pull this. But we're going to.
Quick lesson on light switch cords. If you find one, pull it 3 times.
Oh. Please, I'm stuck on the chair.
The Ocean View Motel is a dimensional intersection. The doors from the lobby can lead anywhere, but I didn't end up in the lobby this time, which was definitely unusual.
Oh, it's the lollipop symbol. The circle line, the Pokeball symbol or whatever. All right, now we know where this one goes. Check it off the list. I guess, maybe. We're just in the oldest house now? That fucking says Panopticon? We're back, baby! That's just the picture of the outside of the oldest house? That's Trench and Jesse. The swirls are Jesse Faden, and the non-swirls is Trench. It's James McCaffrey. Okay. I guess we're going to the Panopticon.
But the Panopticon is at headquarters. Yeah.
Oh, it's Dylan. Wow, okay. Is this what Dylan saw when he was in his cell? This is when Dylan had hair? All right, jump scare me, game. Let's go. I don't know how to interact with him. Knock, knock. I don't know what I interact with. Nothing to interact with. Oh, it turns you around. Okay. Maybe there's nothing to interact with. Hey, Dylan. Knock, knock. Oh. I have to get, like, super close. Wait. No. Now, hold on. Hold on. Wait. It showed that I could talk, but I can't talk anymore. All right. Maybe a little buggy on when I can... I can't... There's the conversation bubble, but I can't hit the button. Hey, Dylan. This is super weird. I seem to be experiencing a bit of a bug. Oh, don't look directly at him? Oh, that's super weird. Why? What the hell? What the... What? Okay.
I'm Agent Kiran Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control.
Thought it was a
Identify yourself.
distance thing.
It's quiet.
Who are you?
It's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
I guess they wanted to stand up into the shot.
This is an FBC containment unit. Why is the Bureau detaining you?
I'm where I belong.
Everyone I meet here is either a painting or a paracriminal. There's a sign over there for the Panopticon. The Panopticon's only in New York, in HQ. Is this the oldest house?
I think that's where I am.
So you are inside the oldest house. Is anyone else alive?
I can't.
This is a waste of time.
Is this pre-control Dylan or right now control Dylan? I thought Dylan was like sedated and asleep or something. Because the end bit, because control ends really abruptly. He's just like on an exam bedroom table asleep. So pre-Dylan? He had hair? I don't know where we are in the... Who knows?
Hey, this is important. FBC headquarters went dark 4 years ago. What exactly happened in there?
We were attacked. No, no, not again. Not yet. No, 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 no.
Hey, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
What attacked the oldest house? I need to know.
Something's changing. Outside. Can you feel it? I can hear it. It's getting worse. You can't stay, can you?
Hold on. I need to know if I...
Tell Jesse I tried. I really did.
Is that really the oldest house?
Okay.
Felt wrong somehow. At least my voice is back to normal.
If that wasn't a tease for Control 2 where you play as Dylan in like a big overcoat, I don't know what was. That's what it looked like to me. That's a Control 2 tease. There's your tease smiley face. That is like 4 seconds. So are we gonna play as Dylan? It looked like we were just in the city too. At least the scape that we were in was just okay. Do you think it was Jesse in the coat? Not Dylan in the coat? I mean, you can roll back the footage if you want to. All right, is that everything we do on the 4th floor? It's just like tons of lore? I guess so. All right. It's just like an absolute metric shit ton of lore and story. And it used up all of my super grenades. Oh, the last shot, yeah, may have been.
Oh, Jesus. 1, 2, 3.
Sublevel 5.
6.
Shut down the experiment. Threshold experimentation.
Hell.
There's nothing on the map anywhere. We have all the notes though. Yeah, it might have been Jesse in one of the shots, but I thought the first one is definitely Dylan. And it pushes you away, and it looks like Dylan, and then it becomes Jesse. But again, we also think that Jesse and Dylan are the same actual person. Holy, we only get one? One. All right, so it must not be a shoot-a-lot DPS kind of fight. One. Well, there's... Oh, this must be the painting he made. Oh, gosh. Okay. Look at a chunk of the quarry. Oh, we're getting cutscene? Holy shit.
The Marmonts had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold.
Oh, fuck.
It was forced. It was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
Only times it won't be that easy. Oh, I'm at half health now. Ah! Is it Lane? Diana. Oh. No shit.
Typical fucking Marmonts.
Oh, okay. She moves quite quick. Good luck trying to heal. right? That won't actually stop her. She's too far gone. Please, can I just select my gun? Oh my god. I hit one, it goes to pistol. Then I hit one again, it stays on pistol. God, the selection on the PC is so wonkus sometimes. Oh, okay. I can't, can I click? I tapped 4 twice to bring up the flare, so it should be ignite flare, but it wasn't. It was still on the grenade. She doesn't care. Yeah. I want the gooey screen to go away. Of course. I'm stuck again. Okay. Whoa. I think there's more ammo around, but I have to get enough time to loot it. There it is. Okay. Everything takes so long. Where am I going? Please, just click. No. Oh my god. Bring up, please, the weapon. She's stunned for a moment because of the grenade.
About to fracture.
Click other gun. Where'd she go? Okay.
Where'd she go?
Oy, oy, oy. She's throwing rocks at me! Son of a bitch!
Like I needed more problems.
Oh, I don't have any paint! Oh, I shouldn't have used it on her. We do be reloading? I do be walking? I don't think there's any more. So I didn't need to use the powder on her. I need to use the powder. Oh wait, one more maybe? It takes so long to loot? No, it's a freaking flare. Which does nothing. Hold on, one more. It's so hard to see because the threshold's being all weird. Nope, I can't, nope, okay. We're running in circles. Okay, one right here. Oh my freaking crap, man. It's so hard to see because of the screen. I can loot that one over there. Okay, okay, but I can't because the monster's there. Oh, are these respawning? Ugh. It takes so long to open. Okay, we're just going around in circles. Back in the boats. Stop, shut up. Okay, we got one. Now I gotta reload for 16 minutes. Hold on, be right back. It's okay by the rock. Didn't get by the rock. Kill this guy. He's toasted. Okay. That one's empty. I'm just absolutely trolled. Oh, now she's doing the other handle, which she's got her pistol out. Yeah, how much health this girl got?
Why did you think this was a good idea?
She is literally falling apart in front of me. It's crazy. Please open the crate. Nothing. Oh, it's a bullet. Doesn't matter. I'm like pushing off all of her flesh. Oh my god. Okay. Whew. Was she throwing black rock at me? I don't think so. This is just, it's a cave. I'm underneath the lake. This apparently is the threshold underneath Cauldron Lake. Whatever's down there or in here with the painting. He's just throwing rock clusters at me. We could turn it off right there.
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down.
Is there anything else in this room? I guess not. Hit the button then. Oh, that she was beating the head of her husband with? I don't know. I think it's just a rock. I think it's just a piece of rock. I don't think this is black rock because it only comes from the quarry inside the oldest house. And we're not there right now. We're under the lake, which this is the root of, I guess, part of the house. I don't know, man. Hit the button.
I know what the Marmonts did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
The putrid weight he could never wash away.
The Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done.
The paint.
Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
Get a little extra dialogue with him there. Oh, we're in the mine place? Saga? The green Saga light. We get Alan typing though. Writer's room?
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls. She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Ilmo Koska, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake!
Oh! We got Eddie out!
After the threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there. You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. But the Marmonts were monsters way before the shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
Holy shit, what a DLC. God damn. It was basically like a really elaborate commercial for Firebreak and a tease for Control 2. Because I don't know if it answers any questions about any of this. New song, though.
Wrote them for you and me. We're here standing on a precipice. We are ready to take a leap. But that only comes after. For this was the end scene. This was the end of an era. This was the sum of my body of work. When I'll be long gone, you can hold this together, and you can take it or leave it. Everything
Now, this DLC just came out like 2 months ago. Came out in October 24. This is really fresh.
all these moments that led us here, all this joy and these heartaches, they're woven into our very fabric. No one can take that away from us.
Damn. What a DLC. Holy shit.
The journey that brought us here. The journey that made us who we are. The journey that brought us here. From this vantage point,
This is a whole banger.
my third eye open now. I choose to look back and see you've come so far. Yes, we had it all. And if nothing comes after, if the signal's lost along the way, we had a good run. Gave birth to this universe. You can never come back here to this ledge to remember, to pretend it all ended here, to raise a toast on this sunken shore. And if there ever comes more, you can still choose to say your goodbyes. I'll dream of more at your will. I'm just a memory that has moved on. And no one can take that away from us. The journey that brought us here. The journey that made us who we are. The journey that brought us here. The journey that brought us here.
The weird thing is, when this DLC came out, did we already know about Firebreak? When was Firebreak announced? Because obviously, like, the assets and the plot line with the oldest house being still on lockdown, we know that's the case. But when was Firebreak released? Or Oh, when this DLC came out, they also said Firebreak, FBC Firebreak's coming out from Summer Games Fest. Oh,
Deep press, deep press.
it's the credits now, I think. Yeah. Yep.
Clock stopped, and another shoe was dropped. What a mess, what a mess. Deep press. 6 deep breaths, forget all the rest. Sharp pain. There's something in the way. What next?
Yeah, that's Dylan again.
Deep press.
Yeah.
6 deep breaths, forget all the rest. Go, go, I gotta let go, go. Of everything
Matthew
I've
Peretta
ever known.
doing work.
Slow.
So I don't know if this is gonna, will this lead to something?
That's the fastest way that I
Let's see. It will not. It just goes back here. Holy. Like, these are great little vignettes, and the Timebreaker one is ridiculous. And I loved the Jesse one again, because I'm a super simp for Control, clearly. But this is so good. What a DLC. What a DLC. I know the time to beat says like 3.5 hours, and that took us closer to like 5+ish. But that's because I'm reading everything and talking about stuff and trying to piece together puzzle pieces and then having a bit of a discussion about AI art, mostly because it's garbage. So yeah, that is something. I was gonna add in like talking about the final draft alternate stuff, but not in this video. So if you've watched this entire trilogy of like 50+ chunks of Alan Wake 1, the DLC, into Control, the DLC, and then of course Alan Wake 2 and its 2 expansions, as they call them. Thank you very much for watching. This was all done during Thankmas 2024, 6th year in a row for holiday charity events. This time we did spooky games. Oh man, spooky games. Thank you again for watching. I'm gonna put this away. I want to play Control again, but I figured I might let this sit for a little while before I immediately dive back in, because I just want to play Control again to make sure I do all the achievements. So I don't think I got all the achievements here. I completed it. I did speak with Dylan, which apparently is optional. We did get all of the documents. We did solve the password. We did discover the fate of Rudolph Lane. We did find the launcher. We are missing 7 achievements, which I'm sure many of them are tied to the New Game Plus of the base game. 4 of them, in fact. The ones we didn't get is all the cult stashes and lunchboxes. Read the screenplay in the green room, because I totally didn't even go to the green room. And then defeat each one of the enemies in the lake house with the Black Rock launcher. I'm not sure how you do that, because you only get like 6 shots. But it apparently is a thing. And yeah, then there's like the meta achievement, and then there's the achievement for doing the final draft and stuff. Yeah, good gracious. What a game. What a DLC. What an expansion, whatever. But Bricky was right. Sam Lake is definitely